So are you looking for a new backpack for your urban travel adventures? Well, I have got the backpack for you, and I just want to give it a disclaimer right from the very beginning. This video is not sponsored in any way by any company. These are my honest opinions, and I just wanted to share them with you because maybe they'll be helpful for you in your search for the perfect backpack. First of all, let me tell you what I'm going to be talking about. It is the Cotopaxi 35L Allpa. This bag right here is my very favorite. Let me just tell you why I love it so much. First of all, it's because I've experienced the good, bad, and the ugly. So this is the good, and the bad and the ugly were the other bags that I had in the past. And they were fine for, like, if I was just gonna go on some quick little weekend trip, or if I was just gonna go hiking, those bags would have been perfectly fine. But they were not good for what I was doing, and that was long time travel in Europe with backpack only, going from city to city to city. I was doing train travel. I was going from one place to another. I was going to Christmas markets, and it was all with my backpack on because I'd go from one place to another. And sometimes I would go to 4 different cities in one day. And this was on my back the entire time. So when I say this, I mean the bag that I was carrying before was on my back the whole time. And they were just cheapo bags. They were bags that I spent like 30, 40 bucks on, or 20 bucks on from Amazon or from Walmart. And they were fine bags. They were great as far as they were very lightweight. I could fit, the perfect amount of things in there. But the problem was that they had no support. Zero, none. My back hurt so bad. There was no hip belt. It was miserable. I don't carry a lot of stuff with me, but the weight distribution was all off. I had no padding. I had no way to properly have it on my back. It was a nightmare. So finally, after all of those experiences, I finally was like, you know what? Quality matters. And I'm going to look for a really good urban backpack, and I'm going to look at all the options. So I purchased a bunch of different options from Amazon with the 30-day trial basis, where you can look things over and send it back and return it. So what I did is I purchased a bunch of different brands that I'd heard really good reviews about, and I compared them all, okay? So based on those initial comparisons, the Cotopaxi won by leaps and bounds, and it was because of how it was designed. And then after I've used it, now I can tell you that functionally, it also is just a fantastic bag. I love this bag. So let me go through and show you why it won for me as far as design is concerned. First of all, the colors are fantastic. You will never lose this bag. Nobody will ever claim this bag is theirs because this is actually a one of a kind. So with Cotopaxi, they have ones that you can buy. They're already the color that they are. You see what it is on Amazon, that's what you purchase. Or they have the Del Dia. And the reason why I love the Del Dia is because Cotopaxi gives their seamstresses the opportunities with the Del Dia to be creative. Like they just go and they just pull scraps of material from other things, other projects, and then they use, and zipper pulls, zippers, they use whatever they want, and they create each bag to be different. So my bag is the only one that has these exact color combinations. There's no other bag exactly like this because this was just random pieces that someone put together, like the coral pink here, the orange here, the green. I mean, nobody else has this exact bag. And that's what I love about it. It just makes me so happy. I love unique things, right? So the other thing that I really loved about this were all of the pockets. So if you're just looking for a backpack to go camping with, you just need a sack, basically. I mean, you need good support, but you basically you just toss all your stuff in. You don't have to have a lock. You don't have to, your zippers don't have to be lockable. You don't need all of those things if you're going to camping in the woods because no bear is going to be busting into your bag and unlocking anything and stealing your things, right? I mean, it needs to be secure because a bear can get in it. You have to put it up in a tree. But what I'm saying is that urban backpacking is very different from camping backpacking. It's just a completely different world. So what you need when you're urban backpacking is you need security. You need to be able to lock your zippers. You need to be able to secure your things. You also need to have a lot of compartments. Compartments are super handy when you're an urban backpacker, and this is why. So in this bag right here, it actually has, okay, so there's lots of different pockets. First of all, you have all of these little tabs on it, and you can hook things on here. Like I have a whole bunch of carabiners on here. I literally just throw these on here because at any point during my travels, I may need something like this. I might need to hook something up. I might need to stretch a clothesline far. I love the carabiners. Just throw these on here. They don't weigh anything. It's just an added little bonus item that I can throw different things on here. There was one point where I strapped another bag on the outside of here because I needed to have that on there. And I did the carabiners and some little ties and things that I had with me that helped me do that. So let me show you. Okay, so you have your front pocket right here. This little pocket has this pocket and it has two smaller things on the inside, and this is mesh, so it's breathable. You know, that makes it very nice. This is a huge pocket right here. So what's nice about this is you can put things in here that you need to pull out if you're just on a train or if you're on a flight or whatever and you need things quick access. This is where you go for the quick access, is this area right here. So then also you have on the side, you have this right here. This actually opens up to the inside of the bag. So say you need to get something out and you don't want to have to open up, because this is a clamshell bag, you don't want to have to open up the whole bag. Well, this pocket right here allows you to access the interior of the bag from the side. Now this one over here is lovely. It's a little laptop area. It's padded. And you've got two little compartments. You've got a small compartment right here, maybe for a tablet. You've got the bigger compartment for your laptop, and it's huge. It's a huge space. And one of the features of the Cotopaxi is that it has this little security tab. So what you do is you slip your zipper. That way, if you're on a train or if you're in public transportation, pickpockets are a problem. They can't open your bag if you've slipped it underneath the tab. It's impossible. It's a brilliant, brilliant design. Here's all my little tiny carabiners right here. These are so cute. Anyway, so this, like I said, this opens up like a clamshell. So we've got our clamshell bag right here. I'm gonna back up a little bit so we can see this a little bit better. This is the clamshell. It opens right up. So this side right here is a huge compartment. This fits a lot of your things right here. And this is on your back side. Now, let me tell you, I learned this. One time I was telling you I had one of the cheaper bags, and it was weighing me down. It was so heavy. And so I did some quick research. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a backpacker, like a camping backpacker, so I don't have all these skills. But surely there's a way that you're supposed to pack a backpack in order for the weight to be distributed properly, and there is. So, just for you to know, all of your heavy items need to go towards the top and towards the back. So you wouldn't want to put any of your heavy stuff on the outside and the bottom. That throws your weight off. So we have that set up. And then we have this huge area right here, and it's got this mesh cover. Inside the huge area, you've got another small pocket. Now this is like a little secret pocket on the side. So I like to keep just things in here that I just want to kind of keep out of the way. And that's just a lovely little secret pocket. This side over here, now I'm doing this backwards so we can show it to you this way. This side over here, this is the top part. You've got two more little pockets. And what's nice about this is it's on the opposite side of this part that's on the outside that I showed you at the very beginning. So let's say you actually put some things in here that you actually need on the flight. It's really easy to just unzip your bag from right there, pull those things out and zip it back up. So that's like an extra little, quick access pocket. It's right here, these ones. So it's on the other side of this. Now this one down here is another large pocket. It actually extends way up into here. Goes all the way up. You got your great zipper pulls. All of these zippers are really, really high quality. They're the good thick zippers. They have a certain name. I'm gonna look it up. It's the YKK zippers, okay? The YKK is the big zipper for the outside. And then you have the smaller zippers inside here. And then it just zips up. It just zips up like this. Clamshell opens, zips up all the way around. What I'll also do is, say for example, I'm leaving in a hostel and there isn't a locker and so I need to lock the bag. Well, certainly they can just open up and steal my laptop if they know it's in this compartment. So what I'll do in those cases is I'll actually slip it out from underneath the tab and I pull this around like here. So it's on the same size as my laptop. So then what I'll do is I'll just squeeze this together and I'll put the little cable lock. I use a cable lock and I'll put it through all three of the zippers and I'll secure it that way. And then they can't open. But you have, in order to do that, you have to make sure that the laptop zipper is underneath the tab, because if it isn't, it's pointless. They're still gonna be able to open it. It's ridiculous. So you put it underneath the tab, put all three zippers, put the cable lock around them. Now they can't access the bag at all. Now they will still be able to access this side pocket, the side pocket that I showed you about, that little fun pocket right here. But if all you have in here is clothes, then who cares? I mean, what are they gonna do? Yeah, so if all you have in here is clothes, then you're still fine. But you could actually use another cable lock. What I would do is I would have maybe two cable locks with me. I'm gonna start doing this actually for the future. And I'm going to take another cable lock and I'm going to secure these two zippers together. Because if I secured these two zippers, this outside pocket and the other one that can open up the inside of the bag, if I secured them with another cable lock and I had a cable lock on this side and this side, now they can't access the bag at all. There's no way inside. So that's what I'm gonna do for my next trip. I'm glad I actually made this video because now I found another trick that I can use. So also I wanted to show you, there's the grab handle on the side. grab handle on the top, grab handle on the side, grab handle on the bottom. They're all over the place. And you have these little tabs everywhere. They've just sewn them all over the place. So they're really terrific. So I wanted to share with you another story. So I have sworn by this bag for years now. So I've been using it for several years. And I was getting on a flight last year, I think, last December. And so I was getting on the flight, and my row, I was in the middle. There was 4 seats in the middle. It was me. There was an empty spot. There was another guy and another guy. Okay. So this guy that was closest to me, he was putting his Osprey bag underneath. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You have an Osprey. I actually have a Cotopaxi. I love my Cotopaxi. And I'm just going on and on about Cotopaxi, right? Well, the guy at the end, he was listening to the conversation. He was a quiet guy. He was, wasn't super talkative, but he just kind of leaned down. He's like, so are you like in marketing or something? I'm like, no. He goes, I'm just asking because this entire plane, a lot of us on this flight are going to an expo in Munich, and we were on our way to Amsterdam, and they were continuing on to Munich to an outdoor expo. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, well, actually, I'm not. I just love the backpack. And I'm kind of a salesperson, like that way. Like I just like when I love something, I just talk it up. So anyway, I was like, yeah, I just love this bag. I said, I can tell it was designed by an urban backpacker because, I mean, like, it's just obvious. Like, all of the details, all of the things were so well thought out in how this was designed. And he goes, well, I actually designed that bag. Like, what? I was like, are you kidding me right now? I've always been curious about the person who designed this bag because it's so genius. Like, there's so many features on here that were so, like, only a person who has done urban backpacking, meaning like they've gone from city to city to city with their backpack. They've stayed in hostels. They've done all the things. Only a person who has done that would have known to put all of these features in this bag, because it's just well thought out. And he goes, well, thank you. But yeah, and he doesn't actually work for Cotopaxi anymore. He was starting his own line. So I'm telling you, if he would have been more of a talkative person, like I would have gotten pictures with him. I would have done all that. But I could tell he was more like reserved. And so I just didn't go all out. But I felt like I was meeting a celebrity. I was so excited that I actually met the person who designed my bag. So anyway, I didn't talk about the bag. So let me talk about this. I forgot about this part. This is the most important part. So this part right back here is padded. So it's nice and padded on your back. These are padded. They have the sternum strap right here. This moves up and down, so they're adjustable. This is your hip one. It's adjustable, it's padded, and they can actually take this out. So what you can do is if you don't want to have this be a backpack, you can actually take these, undo those little straps down here, and you can shove in the backpack part in the back, and you can take the hip part out, and you can just shove it in your bag. Now you just have a duffel bag. So this can go from a backpack to a duffel bag immediately. So that's a really nice feature, especially if there's a chance you've packed it way too heavy, way too stuffed, and you have no choice but to check it. Maybe you've gotten to the airport late, there's no space above. When you get on the plane, then what I would do is I would literally take these things off because I wouldn't want these to get tied up in the conveyor belts and stuff for the bags. And I would just shove this stuff down inside. I would shove this back in the back. I would take this off, put it inside. Now I have a duffel and I don't have to worry about that. So it is pretty flexible that way. Oh, there's another thing you need to know. So because of the colors, like it does get dirty, right? Like you'll be on a trip and you're like, oh, you come back and you're like, oh, it's kind of dirty. Well, I don't like things to be dirty. Plus, whenever I come home, I like to wash everything. So my first time when I brought this home, I was like, is it washable? I don't know. So I called up the Cotopaxi store. They were like, well, it doesn't really say. We don't really want to advise anything. So take your chances. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take my chances. So I took off all the carabiners, of course, and I threw it into my washing machine. And I just did it on like a normal cycle, regular soap, took it out perfectly great. I did not put it in my dryer. I hung it up to dry, and I've washed it every single time that I've come home. So this is a clean bag. This is a bag as if I just barely bought it. So anyway, I wanted to tell you, this is the best thing. So this bag right here, I did a whole video on a story about a souvenir that I purchased. I'm going to post it right up here if you'd like to watch it. It's hilarious. So I actually was able to fit a Turkish rug inside this bag. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so if you'd like to watch that video, check it out. And that's, just kind of is a good selling feature for this bag. It can fit a lot of things. It's very versatile. It's very comfortable. I mean, when you have all your things in it, it can start to look like it might be heavy, right? People be like, oh, do you want me to help with your bag? I'm like, no. And my bag's fine. It's totally not even heavy at all, especially if you pack it the way I suggested with the weight distribution. It's fantastic. I love this bag. It's been many, many places with me. It's been to a lot of countries. So I hope that you enjoyed this bag if you decide to get it. I've had lots of friends that have purchased it because they've seen my bag and they've heard how much I love it. Like I said, it does come in the 42 liter. This is their 30. This is the 35. There's the 42. There's the 28. So if I was going for a shorter trip, I would just take the 28. I think the 28 would be a fantastic size as well. I also find that whatever size you have, you will fill it. So if you want to pack as light as possible, get the 28 and just go with it from there. And for sure, that'll fit underneath the seat in front of you. You will not have any problems with that. I will also mention that right now, I don't know if they'll continue with this, but right now there's a black version. I'm going to post the picture right up here so you can see it, but it's completely black. They call it lava. And all of the zipper pulls, all of these little tabs, they're the things that are in color, all the zippers. So that's really fun. It's beautiful. It looks like a beautiful bag. So if you're interested in something a little bit more subdued, not so bright and colorful, I'm a colorful person, so I don't mind this. But if you want something that's really chic and kind of still fun with all the different accents in color, then check out it's called the Del Dia Dark. And I don't know if they'll always have it, but I'll show you. Like, I'll put the link in the description below. Anyway, in the meantime, if you'd like to subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be notified when I post other videos. And that's it, I think. That was a lot of information about this backpack and why I really enjoy it. I'll do a whole packing video another time, but I just wanted to go through and show you all of the features of this bag so that you can kind of see the bag itself without my stuff in it. So I'll do a packing video next so that you can see what that's like, what it can fit. So anyway, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.